It's a scam. The whole game is rigged. It's like the whole game is just about raising money. You ever think about that?
But is it like, I mean, I don't know, like if you do it like actual, like where you're raising, like where you make.
Dude, we can't be going live and you just like fucking with your mic like this. Like, what are you doing?
I was. Let this be like an argument, maybe of kind of like spending a little bit more money. You know, there's this saying that cheap people pay twice. You know,
Well, you're we're paying twice here.
it's going to be one of those cases, I think, or I could just engineer it myself, but that's also going to cost me 2 times more
Time.
and more stress. We'll
I feel like what's happening is like you just gotta figure this out like ahead of time. This is a totally. I feel like this was kind of like that. I like.
Also, okay, we got this figured out. I'm not sure if you were here ahead of time, but we were working on other stuff. You know what I mean? But
Anyways, I was saying your funny movies, right? Where what do you? What's your favorite funny movie? Or what do you think the funniest movie? It doesn't have to be like I guess, like it doesn't have to be your favorite movie. Probably isn't the funniest movie.
no, well, my favorite funny movie, I would say, like, I don't know, I'm split between maybe Waterboy and maybe Happy Gilmore.
Waterboy and Adam Sandler straight up like.
There's a lot of context to that, right? It's just like, it's just a reminder of childhood. It's just a reminder of a lot of things, you know what I mean? It's just like, so not only does it remind me of just early memories of comedy because of my natural, but it's like, it's also reminders of watching it with my brother, watching it with my family, things like that, you know what I mean? So it's those added context things and things like that.
I guess I wasn't thinking about either of those movies, but I was thinking about this other day, and I said the funniest movie I think I've ever seen in my life is Superbad.
Superbad's a pretty funny
movie,
movie,
I think it's end to end just fucking just hilarious movie.
High key, I watched Superbad maybe like 4 times in the movie theater.
Yeah, dude, I just don't think like every single thing is funny. Like the name, right? Like the McLovin thing. It's like why wasn't it like Muhammad? It's like it's things like that. It's like I think it's I don't mean it's a cult classic movie. I think it's probably the funniest movie of all time.
Now that you mention it, I'm probably going to go watch it. I don't know, like you I don't know, you watch it and or you scroll by it, I guess, and you kind of say like, man, I watched that so many times, like it's not going to be that funny, you know, but you go back and watch it. It's like Happy Gilmore and Waterboy, you know, it's like you go back and watch it.
Have you seen Happy Gilmore 2?
Huh?
Did you watch Happy Gilmore 2? It just came out. It's on DVD. It's on Netflix.
No, actually, yes, I did, but I kind of got lost in the middle, so I haven't seen it all. So I got to go back and watch it again one more time. But
I think golf movies are pretty. I mean, Happy Gilmore is like not that great of a movie, but
The Legend of Bagger Vance.
Like I think golf movies are pretty cool. Like the one with Shia LaBeouf. Like what was it? The Longest Game or something.
The Greatest Game.
The Greatest Game.
Yeah,
Oh, that one's nice. I was like, oh, that's a good movie. I just saw one recently too. I don't know what it was, but
The Legend of Bagger Vance is really good.
Yeah.
Will Smith and I think it's Matt Damon.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's a Disney movie actually.
I think I might have seen that actually.
It did pretty well in the movie. I mean, that's when we used to always go to the movie theaters. But what else?
What happened, dude? What happened to that? What happened? Do you think COVID killed movies? Do you think COVID is what like killed movie theater experience?
No.
What do you think?
I think that definitely like added fuel to the fire of like that ignition, you know. But I think like streaming services, you know, things like Netflix, things like HBO Go. I don't know. All the streaming services definitely deterred people from going to the movie theater. Simultaneously, I think it's also the prices of like just going to the movie theater and like the concessions and to go to the movie theater on a date is like costs you $100.
If
You know what I mean? It's like it's not a cheap date that you could take. Like I guess I'm talking like if you're in high school, remember your first date and things like that. It's like you go to the movies, you know.
Yeah, $20. You know, you tickets were like $6-7. I remember.
Yeah, and then
And
you buy
get
a soda and a popcorn you could
$20
share
would
and
do
everything.
good.
Yeah. And now it's like
$20 for a popcorn.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
yeah, dude.
It's like $12.
$15 for the soda. You
Yeah.
know, it's like so it kind of prices people out. You know, so I think the experience is simple as that. It's priced.
I go. I mean, I go.
It's like you can't.
I mean, I go with my son and my wife, but I go pretty often. Or lately, we've gone more often than not. But yeah, like I mean, we go to see kids' movies. So, but I have not seen like an adult movie. I mean, I did like a while ago, but like it's been a while. You know, we used to go a lot. But we used to go a lot too when we were living at the Void.
Yeah. It was a different. Well, you know who's been COVID. You know,
COVID killed movies, dude. I feel like COVID just it wasn't dead. And then what happened was like the rise of Netflix. Like they really see like Netflix is the largest production company in the world, right?
Yes.
Like if you think about it, who's Netflix's biggest competitor? Disney.
Maybe. Yeah. Probably.
Disney's probably and dude, Disney's like what half Netflix size. Netflix is so big, dude. People forget how big Netflix is. Big as like the parent company of like CVS. Like what? Like and I think CVS is already big.
Solely like a production company. I mean, Disney has so many different outlets.
No. Disney's market cap is half the size of Netflix.
Is that true? Let's find out.
Like think about that. Like think about how big Netflix. People sometimes forget like Netflix is like how big Netflix really is. Looking it up, dude. Looking it up here. Netflix is probably close to 500.
Let's see. Market cap of Netflix versus wow, it is more than double.
More than double it, yeah.
So Netflix has a market cap of 501 billion, while Disney's market cap is 207 billion. Wow.
Yeah, see, I mean, like, dude, they started like Netflix comes out with good stuff. Like it's now it's like it's before it was like Netflix movie it's like probably ass. Like now it's like okay, like Netflix they make good movies. They own production houses, like massive production houses. They started getting the foreign game down like rock solid. You know, that's what helped too.
Oh yeah, they understand that it's a world business, right? It's like they took out their competitors, right? It's like Hollywood. Who is their competitor? Bollywood, Hong Kong. And now Netflix is saying, actually, you know what? You're not my competitor. Produce, and now I'll give you the platform. You know?
Right.
It's like
yeah. Netflix brought over a lot of like foreign movies that would have not have been seen probably.
100%. Well, yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
To the masses, anyways. Even something like I would say like Squid Games, right?
For
sure. I feel like that's like like that kind of concept wouldn't have rolled like a couple of years back. Like
the one that kind of comes to mind is what came out on Netflix? Like a lot of Bollywood movies, you know, like a lot of movies that are just like produced there, right? That just maybe you wouldn't necessarily find easily here in the U.S. and now has a platform on Netflix. The one critique I have is if you're not in those given countries, it doesn't give you kind of like a full scope of the shows or the movies that are produced in those countries, right? Like, for instance, if you're in Mexico, the Netflix there shows you a lot of, obviously, Mexican shows and movies and things like that.
You can watch U.S., you can get the same U.S. Stuff.
Well, I'm sure you can.
But the AI probably feeds you, like, stuff that's, like, based on proximity and shit like that.
I have a hard time, I guess, vice versa, in like searching those movies or shows that I saw down there, and then finding them up here. It's like it almost has different catalogs. I'm sure there's different reasons why, but
it's so funny. So when I was in Dubai, on the plane, so they filter a lot of shit there. But on the plane, one of the things is like. They had a movie, and the movie was called Simple Favor, and one of the scenes on the movie, or the plot point of the whole movie is like, one of the women is a brother fucker, right? And they had that whole scene like taken out, like so. In, like the government in Dubai had that whole scene taken out, And without that context, that movie doesn't make a lot of sense. So the whole time, if you're watching the movie, you're just like, what is going on? Like,
This is like the worst movie ever. Is
because like you're just missing this like really
the most pivotal scene of the movie.
Yeah, it's like a really funny part of the movie, and that's like it adds a lot of context around the whole movie.
Yeah.
And just like, what is going on? Like, what the fuck? Like,
It's like what literally launches the hero's journey and everything like that.
yeah. So that shit was so funny, but they do a lot of stuff like that.
Like, I mean, yeah.
All right, episode 20. 20 minutes deep.
Barely getting an introduction in. Yeah. We made it to 20 episodes, man. That's pretty impressive, I would say.
20 episodes, 21 weeks. We've done an episode every single week except for one, I think.
No, we even did it then.
We did?
Yeah.
Oh, I think we just maybe we just.
We didn't do it on a Thursday. We didn't do it every Thursday, but we did do it different. We did every week for the past 20 weeks, man. That's dedication. I'm just
there
saying,
you go, dude.
for those watching.
All those people that said we weren't gonna make it, here we are.
I will say this is maybe our third attempt at a podcast. We did do different attempts with our other buddies and things like that, and during COVID especially. Excuse me, it made it a lot easier to do that, but I think this is the most dedicated.
I mean, every week, 20 weeks, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we can go right into this. Let's, I think people want what they want, dude. People want a fresh idea.
For a reason.
People want to change the world.
Hey, can I tell you a secret before we get into this real fast? Every time we mention something or talk about something, I'm not sure if it's like the algorithm or anything like that, but I see more of it pop up. For instance, like Shipley Tech, now all of a sudden I have a lot more competitors. I see like 3 competitors there on the page besides Retriever and like Rippling, and the people that I had before.
Well, I also feel like people are making things now easily because they can.
Maybe, yeah.
You have to understand. This is what I mean. Like, and I say this all the time. Is like multiple people are having the same idea at the same time. Don't think you're the only one having that idea. And whoever executes on that fastest wins, right? And I think that's key is like the guy that invented the phone, Alexander Graham Bell, basically went to take in the phone to get it patented. Someone had come in a day before to patent the phone. I mean, think about that. Someone had built the phone completely non-related, 2 separate incidents. They weren't able to file the patent because they didn't have the right paperwork. And he got to file because he brought all his shit, and there you go. He got the one, like he invented the phone, right? Like, so again, it's people will have the idea at the same time. So right now we're sitting in the precipice of like something good here, you know, and we just got to execute.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, again, when we say that, it sounds like fucking Grant Cardone saying like 10x. Like I'm saying, no, we have it. We built it.
If you want to get spiritual about it, I mean, there's like a saying that they say, God whispers opportunity in your ear, but if you don't respond to it, it'll whisper it in somebody else's within, quickly. You know what I mean? It's
right.
You have to seize the opportunity, so to speak. You know, it's like.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think we're gonna have a couple of things out this week. I think Oskar, right?
Yep.
We'll have something out this week, and we're kind of contract guard is gonna
hopefully
go
tomorrow. Actually, we'll have something out. Yeah.
And we'll pepper it in some stuff here, and we'll see. I think we'll get users. Shit, if we don't make it free, dude, fuck it. Like, it doesn't really honestly, it doesn't cost us. Okay, here's the thing, right? Like, here's the thing. Here's a second angle. If we make it free, right? Then we can redistribute those datas back to like insurance companies, because who's the primary people when they make a will? People need to buy insurance, right? Like, so that's another angle. So if you just go into the data mining business and just so again, there's different avenues, but hey, if you want to go the free route and just we're gonna make the money on the long run from just user rates, then just fuck it. Cost does go up from a data storage standpoint, but not significantly. It's $10 probably. It's very simple. You're not really hosting too many things. Maybe
I mean, a
couple of PDFs.
Technically, it'll all still be hosted under the same domain. At least the way we're doing it right now. But, hey, in any case, though, go to blueorangelabs.com.
It's tagged. I put it on the link. Link on the bio, dude. Link on the bio.
BlueOrangeLabs.com. You could check out some more there. It's still in the works, so bear with us a little bit, but you'll see some of the applications and you'll see some of those things there. So check it out. Yeah. Go there and come back periodically. You can leave your email there and you'll get notifications of any updates and everything like that. So
and we do like, consulting stuff. So like somebody wants to or has an idea, they're like, hey, like I want to build an app, and we can help you build it, and we can there's multiple routes on in terms of like how we can structure that. But if you have an idea, like let us know.
Yeah,
we can make it happen.
We'll build it out for you. It's something that I've learned that now that we kind of built a few of these out, that it's
not easy, but it's not hard.
But it's so easy, it's hard kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's like vibe coding is not as easy as they kind of make it out to seem. You know what I mean? It's like you kind of, I don't know. It's very easy to build the bare bones of something.
It's easy to build the front end.
Yeah.
I think that's what I realized. It's very easy to use one of these coding no-code apps and build a very sexy-looking front end.
Yeah.
That does absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Because you don't have your app is not built with a purpose. Like you just built an app to build an app, and then like you didn't think about back end like schemas and like logics that have to work, right? Like so that kind of stuff. Like
what's the back end, right? It's like what happened with this T app and everything like that, right? It's like it was a vibe coding app, but they didn't think about the security, they didn't think about the infrastructure, and then all of a sudden, well, they get hacked.
Right. And pretty damaging information, right? Some of the stuff, again, having to think about it like after that, right? Like, so, okay, like maybe you should not structure some of the stuff, right? Like, or some of the apps that we're thinking about, it collects sensitive information like social security or date of birth or something like that, or like, okay, like let's not collect that. Let's see a route if we can do it without having to collect those, and you keep that on the person, like so if like or if they can enter it and then it deletes soon as they enter it, so like there's no saved copy anywhere. So there's different methods to going around like not storing sensitive data. So
but it's also ensuring that gets done, right? Because with the T app, for example, they said they had that disclaimer that this data was being deleted instantaneously.
It said that?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
So
it wasn't.
It's verifying that is in fact the case. Not only was it not deleting the data, but it was storing a lot of it in a public repository or in a public database. So it's like you that's a bit that I guess like you were yet to be maybe a little bit technical just to understand what it is that is going on, right? It's like to kind of I do believe that you learn as you go and work
one of the
and everything like that.
problems I was having was like it would just keep redirecting back to the same page. I would build this out, and now it has like it's fairly complex, so like 10, 12 pages, sub pages, and it's doing various different things, A changes, B changes, like, and then one of the main functions is like it's taking you back to the front page.
Yeah.
And it's like if you keep telling me to fix it, and it's just like, hey, I've already fixed it. Then you're like, oh shit, like what is going on? Like what is causing this? And you gotta like, is it a logic issue? Is it like just completely fucked up code that like wrote that that you have no idea? So
it's almost like 4 or 5 steps in, you find into like once you fix one thing, it breaks another thing. You know
right.
What I mean? It's like so you just get caught into a loop, and you get frustrated, right? And I think, that's where that's the complicated piece, right? It's like how do you, like you say,
I say build the back structure first. Have the idea of how you're going to build the back end structure from a logic standpoint. Like if you're building out an app that is just looking or indexing something, like different data point, build that data point out first. Instead of it's just indexing like whatever ChatGPT thinks it should index, because that's what was happening too. Some of the things was like, okay, like it's doing it, but like I don't know if it's doing it correctly. So in that case, I need to have it always reference this thing to make sure it's doing it correctly, and then you build that thing, whatever that item is, safely, right? And then you build that to where like it's on an Excel or somewhere that's stored, and then it just references that, and that's your check every time to make sure the data the output is generating properly, right? So
Yeah. There's a lot that could go wrong. I mean, there's a lot
yeah.
that you have to kind of like go through and everything like that, right? It's like
But we got it up and ready. We have it up and ready, dude.
Better Will is going to be the first one that comes out. So Better Will AI, take a
What is Better Will AI, Oscar?
well. Better Will AI is an easy way for anybody to build a will, plain and simple. So if you have assets, if you have children, especially if you have children or anybody that you would be giving away any of your things to, this is an easy way to kind of get that process started and going. Given it's not fully done, you have to get it kind of notarized. If you want, take it to an attorney and kind of get it fully.
Again, I think it is a valid piece of document that is going to be valid in court.
Yes.
And when we mean by that is if you follow the steps after you get it printed out and get it notarized and have everybody sign it, that can be now stored somewhere, attorney, friend, whoever, and that is your final. That's a valid piece of document. That's what we're able to do easily, right? And right now, if you go get that done, it's going to cost you $200, $300, $400, $500. We're going to give it to the people, dude. $10, $15. I don't know, right? Like we're trying to make it to where everyone has it, right? It's a key thing in a person's life. Like if you have children, if you have anyone that is dependent on you, then you need to have a will just in case you die, or both of you, if both parents happen to die, then what happens to the kids? If you have multiple kids that are like going to college, and you need to have a will, what happens to if both of you die? Like, how do you know the asset is going to get divided fairly? You might not have a lot, but you don't want it to be a fight between your children over who gets what, right?
Yeah.
Have it written out, $10, $15, but whatever. The price is again irrelevant, but we want to make it to where it's accessible and easy, and very customizable for the person. So if you have very different types of asset, you're able to record that, So that's the key function, key feature that we're able to add. Like, and again, it looks nice, it holds value, and it's a legit piece of paper, right? Like and again, you have to get it notarized. Just because you get it printed doesn't mean it's a legit will. Like to follow the steps on it, but if you follow all the steps and get it notarized, and you have a legit will.
Well, how many stories do you hear about like people arguing, families after somebody passes away, where they say, well, my grandfather, whoever wrote this on a napkin, and he signed it, and he gave away the house, and he gave away the farm and everything like that to me. And then it goes into a whole legal battle, where...
You don't want that. You don't want that unclarity of
Correct.
like what's going to happen. Just for $10, $15, whatever it is, dude, we want to make sure every single American has a will, dude. That's what we're trying to do, dude. Every single person.
We have a secondary app that we're working on that is called Contract Guard. So you could even run that will in Contract Guard,
There you go.
and it'll check against it. So if there's anything that needs to be added or kind of fulfilled or kind of suggested, is how you can kind of better enhance that contract, because it is ultimately a contract. It'll give you those things. So it's kind of a way to kind of build it, double check it, and then go get it notarized and make sure that it is kind of written in place and done. Set in stone.
And again, speaking on Contract Guard, right, I think it goes beyond just thinking about, hey, like, it's going to analyze a document. Think of it like it can analyze any document, right? So if you're reading a long lease, if you're reading this nonsense like T's and C's you get from companies that you have to read, if you are, your comp plan for work, anything you want to make sure you got all the bases covered, this does it for you. And the cool thing is we have it gets better as more people use it, right? So now we've built a repository. There's multiple contracts in there. It searches from those. But as the app or the AI gets smarter with more contracts coming in, then it's going to keep getting better, right? It's going to keep providing better and better output for you each time. So it'll make sure you don't miss anything. Let's say if you are looking for a lease contract, you're trying to go, lease out a house, and it's through like by owner. and he gives you like this lease contract. You want to make sure that you got your fine print covered. You take that lease, you put it into the application, and then bam, it tells you, hey, clause 33 says, Jack can just come in the house at any time and just take a fucking shit in your house. Like, you don't want that. You want to be aware that that's on there. Same thing with like medical stuff, right? Like, again, it's not a legal attorney stuff, but what it is, it analyzes multiple contracts through multiple pools that we have built out, and then it tells you, hey, like, you should probably look out for these things. Make it simple, dude. Make it easy so you don't, hear about it down the road. Like, oh shit, like, should have read the fine print, right? We make sure the fine print is read for you now. Damn.
We take care of it.
Yeah, and a couple bucks, dude. $5 either, whatever. Not trying to make like rob people. Trying to make sure like your ass is covered. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, in reality, it becomes a bigger issue after the fact, right? When you're trying to kind of split whatever you're trying to do. So again, if you set out those rules to begin with, then you don't have those issues, right? And so you just save your family in the future fights, battles, arguments. Even if they feel maybe they got wronged or whatever, I mean, they could take it up with you, I guess, right? But again, you're dead. So,
no, I think.
I mean, they can't get mad. They can't get mad at the person. The decision was made on you, right? So you just save arguments. You save time. You save family. You save a lot of things. You save money for sure, to say the least.
You know what? I'm gonna put out a discount code, dude. B.O.P. What's the given number, dude? B.O.P 25. B.O.P 25 can get you like, I don't know, free. If you listen to the podcast, you'll get it for free.
You'll get it for free. We'll put the link below where you could access it free. Yeah.
There you go, dude. We'll put out a free, like a first 100 or something. First 100 get a free will, dude. Mm-hmm. Oh, that should, honestly, we should put that on the ad. On our Google ad we run.
Just the first 100.
The first 100 get a free will. Just to see, like, work out the kinks.
You think on a Google ad that'll run well?
Or Instagram, Facebook, what do you think ads would run well? I think Google still gets the most amount of searches for a will.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if we're targeting, I mean, that'll work. We could still put it on like.
I feel like it's such a low like dollar spend because
we could put it as a name.
There's no one in the there's very limited amount of people that do it.
Yeah. There's no one in the market really, right? Who's doing that kind of like we already there's our competitors are attorneys, I guess, who are doing it at a full cost, right? So what is the time of an attorney? I guess so.
Dude, yeah.
Minimum of $150.
Let's just say like we'll launch an ad. First 100 get free.
Yeah.
And we like shit.
We have so many ways of going to market. I guess.
And then again, these things could also be like even for like contract guard and stuff like that. Like, yeah. Anyways, on to the other stuff, right? Like, idea of the week, dude. Get your own. It's the idea of the week from now on, dude.
Dang. You heard it here first. He said, we're going to stop whispering it out into the universe because too many people are getting ideas.
Too many good ideas were coming out here, dude. Somebody started a fucking business UPS pamphlet business, sent me a fucking postcard to my house. Like
exactly what we talked about in episode 2, I think it was. Yeah, so 18 weeks ago. Coincidence? I don't know.
Hey.
Shipley Tech. I talk about Shipley Tech, and then
there's
all
like
of a
15
sudden,
competitors.
I have 2 new competitors all of a sudden. It's like, what? 2.5 years we've been talking about this, and all of a sudden, now that we talked about it, you know what I mean? I don't know. Coincidence?
I think like there's I think the market is kind of cornered by one major player on that whole business, right?
But they have no moat. There's no. I mean, honestly, if you want to undercut them, you can undercut them on cost.
Yeah, but like, how can you make your business scalable by going down market and cutting price, right? This is not scalable. Like,
how so? What do you mean?
Like I'm saying, like to be a scalable business, you have to be. You don't want to get into a race to the bottom on price. Like you don't want to like compete with a competitor just to see who can get to the bottom price to get the customer because. At the end of the day, that's not going to be a sustainable business long term because
unless I bleed them out. And
you're not going to bleed them
out. And it's just like the Japan steel and everything like that, like the steel industry. It's like just lower the cost so low until they can't compete and then they die. and then you raise the price whatever you want because you own
I
the
feel like
market.
that's
I mean? It's like,
that's very easy to do with like this will business because you're the first to market. You can literally make it free and just fucking force company like Zoom Info or some or LegalZoom to just buy you out. You're like, hey, we're hemorrhaging money because your app. Well, how about we just pay you to just here's $2 million. Just stop this, please. Stop this. You know, that's a possibility. That's a you know what I mean.
I wouldn't be mad at that. It's like blue orange. I mean, I don't want to tell you the ideas, but
yeah, it's on Blue Orange. You subscribe. Blue Orange's the goal is going to be to consolidate the AI app market.
Our thesis will be on there, to say the least. Yeah, so you'll find our thesis on there, and you can see what we're working towards.
I'm a great student of Mark Leonard. If you don't know who that is, look it up.
Who's Mark Leonard? I don't know who
Mark Leonard, you ask, is the legendary Canadian investor. He is known as the Canadian Warren Buffett. I don't know. I fucking made that shit up.
Mark Leonard?
He's the president of Constellation Software. Mark Leonard, yeah.
That doesn't...
No, not him.
Died in 2008.
That's Kawhi Leonard's dad, dude. Stop. Go back.
Oh, sorry.
Mark Leonard. Just put Constellation Software. Yeah. This guy, dude, is just the GOAT. Look at him, dude. That's the most savage fucking picture. Like, look at him, dude.
Let's show this so people can see.
But this guy is a legendary figure, dude, in the game. He has... Look at that, dude. Mark Leonard, the GOAT.
Founder of Constellation Software. Mark Leonard launched Constellation Software in 1995 when he left the VC world with $25 million in capital.
Bam.
Since then, he has quietly been building compounding one of the biggest and most successful software firms in the world, all without fanfare.
No, dude, this is by far, if people, we're not financial advisors, but if you were to ever buy a fucking stock and just hold it forever, it would be this. Constellation Software has outperformed any major company over the last decade. I'm talking about like Tesla. I'm talking about like Apple, Google, Facebook. Like it just grows 30%, 30% year over year, dude. That's the game.
Dude, do we mess up by not getting into private equity?
No. This is it, dude. This is how you do it. We gotta.
I mean, all these guys started in private equity. Jeff Bezos, this guy.
No. It's not. Again, the thing is, you just have to. He didn't do anything fancy. Like, right? Like, I don't think like that's the problem, right? Like, I think too many people are like flashy and do things. He buys vertical market software companies.
Oh my gosh,
that is very, very simple. You buy a company that has maybe 3 or 4 competitors in the space and is very niche focused, and you just keep buying that over and over, different verticals. Like the company like I worked for, it was an equipment rental company, right? They bought into the software equipment rental space. Like, what the fuck? Like that's such a unique niche space, and it's like a $10 billion space, and they have the largest player in that space. But it's not such a big space that other VCs are interested. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna go consolidate the equipment rental space. Like it's not. It's too small to get that many eyes. So
they're like niche markets that are just.
Yeah, just like, dude.
They control
just like buying, companies that make similar products like ours. Like, that's it. That's the whole game. And then people like love that idea because guess what? You get just a reoccurring business. You just get this good reoccurring business, right? Like I think everyone that buys our app, should buy the fucking year-long subscription because it's overall better for us. But even if we say, hey, okay, it's $10 a year subscription, what goes a long way is a subscription.
Yeah,
it's a free money next year.
Yeah,
that's what people forget. It's like because in 10 years, guess what you have? Fuck ton of free business.
Yeah.
You want to get people in the subscription game, and what he did was just consolidate subscription businesses. And again, that's the game, Oscar. It's got to consolidate small ones, small tiny ones. You can go to fucking Flippa, or you can go to like one of those microfinance or whatever, and you can buy a SaaS company for fucking $100 or like $1,000. You can literally go and buy a SaaS business for $1,000
On Flippa.
or any of those other companies. So I know,
But it's not making any money.
no, it is. It is. It tells you how much money it's making. It tells you how much profit it's making too. You seen Flippa?
For $100, you could buy.
Not $100. I'm probably being a little, but you could probably buy it for like $10,000. Like, but like again, it's making $1,000 a month profit. So think about that. If it's a business that's making $1,000 of profit, it's asking you for $10,000. You pay back in 1 year, less than 1 year. That's a great business, right? So sometimes people don't want to run it. Sometimes like ideas get built by people like that just build one apps and they're like, oh, it's a good idea. I want to sell it now, and you just give them a cool,
Just 10,000.
Imagine you just imagine this, like the Blue Orange Labs raises like $500K from Y Combinators or whatever, right? And we buy 5 businesses with $100,000 each. 2 fail. 1 does okay and 2 does well. Let's just say what it is. Okay, 2 fail, 2 do well, and 1 does okay. You're on the up, dude. That's all they care about. You're on the up. You know what I mean?
Well, to be honest, all you need is 1 to just do.
No.
Like, to be honest,
but again,
one could pay back everything. It's like it's
right. But again, you're not trying to get 1. You're just trying to get. But you're not going after companies that's going to get you rich just for 1 company.
Sure.
You're trying to get. Listen, you buy 5, 2 run out of business, but the 3. One of them does 10%, the other 3 do like 20% growth year over year. That's all you want. You're not trying to.
They're making a profit.
And guess what? Yeah. You take their money, then you buy another one.
Yeah.
And then you take all of the money that you have, you buy another one.
Yeah.
Eventually, you'll have so much cash flow, you can buy like 5 more at the same time, 10 more, 15 more. And they just kept buying, dude.
Well,
when I was there,
$700 million on that
listen.
company.
When I was there at Constellation Software, right, we would do 2 acquisitions a year. And it was like, oh man, that's a good. We used to do 2 acquisitions. We used to do 2 or 3 acquisitions a year. When I left, we did 100 acquisitions a year.
Wow, a huge growth.
100, because they had money. All their businesses they bought started making money.
They had too much capital.
The whole businesses, they don't hold cash. They just reinvested back into buying more business.
Yeah.
That's the whole business model. Like let's say we make money with all these different apps and stuff. Just put that back in the business.
Yeah.
And buy more business.
Yeah. The assets that you have are valid.
And the only thing you do is just buy more business. That's the whole idea of that is you buy more business. What are you going to do with your money? You can buy more business.
Mm-hmm. Constellation isn't public?
Dude, look at the stock. I tell me, this is the best performing stock over the last 10, 20 years. Think about that. Over the last 20 years. I'm talking about, look at all the companies. Meta, fucking Netflix, right? Amongst all these giants, you are... look it up. I might be fucking, like... I don't know how accurate this is, but I want to, like... say, like, they're probably the most profitable company. Not most profitable. Like, most... it would be one of the best investments. It's in Canadian, so it's not going to be on the... Oh, okay.
3,000 USD.
Okay, so go to last 5 years.
Wow.
Okay, now go to the last, like... Dude, they grow by fucking 15 to 30% a year. Just go max. Dude.
Overall, it's a 16,000% increase. Yeah.
Like when I was there, it was trading at like... What was it right here? No.
2008, $20 a share.
Yeah. I got there, the shares were like at $600.
So in 20 years, they went to... Let's see here. No, sorry, in 10 years, $681. From $20 to $681.
They kept buying business. It wasn't like that genius of a thing this guy thought of. He just was very disciplined. He's like, we're gonna buy business. We're never gonna sell it. Our businesses are gonna either run at 30% growth, and if they can't, one of the things is like, if you can't hit 30% growth, better buy a business. That's how how the entire bonus structure is set up. So each portfolio gets assigned one Bob, right? Bob's job for the whole portfolio is to buy more businesses. And what I was doing was I was in charge of the entire rental portfolio. And the rental portfolio used to generate like fucking $20 million cash every year. So my whole job was to spend that $20 million a year. Go buy other businesses. So every year, like let's say we spend $20 million, guess what next year is going to be? 25, because you just bought fucking 2 businesses and their profit is going to get rolled under your next year's fucking deployment growth. Mm. And that's the whole business. And everyone is bonused based on how we're doing. Like, so did you grow by 30%? And they don't care if you grew by acquisition or if you grew naturally. Did you grow by 30%? If you didn't, and then your bonus gets docked. Right? My same thing for us is like I get bonused on like cash deployment. Did I deploy my $20 million of cash? If I didn't, then my bonus gets docked based on like if I deployed cash or not.
Were you able to deploy the $20 million?
Yeah. No, we bought a couple of businesses. Yeah. We did a $12 million deal. We did a $6 million deal.
Yeah. And this is acquisition. This is not like
straight buying their business.
Yeah.
We bought and again we bought like a 20% company. We bought a 60% company. Like they don't care. Like all sizes.
What does that mean?
Like an employee. One company had like 12 employees. Small transaction versus like we bought one that was like 60 employee here. They had like 120 employees.
16 employees. I'm sorry, I heard like 20%, 60%.
Yeah. No.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess so. Yeah.
It's a very simple model. It's like, hey, like
it's just raising the capital.
It's not even raising the capital. It's people are looking for their capital to be used properly. That's a very big problem in like the VC, the PE spaces. Like they don't have good outlets for their cash, so they're willing to take the risk. $500K to like a VC firm is nothing if like you're getting like 20%, 30, 40% return, like whatever that return target is. Mm-hmm. So it's
they're investing in like a niche market kind of thing that somebody already knows.
$5.99, dude. That, yeah. $5 for a will, dude. People will buy it. People will buy it, dude.
$9.99 for the year.
$9.99 for the year, dude.
Yeah, it's not bad. Or $1 a month.
Yearly upgrades.
Dude,
saying?
Just do $1 a month, yeah, or $10 a year.
$1 a month, and I don't want to do a monthly transaction. That kind of fucking. That's how you get brought up. People think about it. I want it once a year. I send a notification, say, hey, time to update your will, and they go and update it, and then process for the year. Done.
$9.99 a year.
$9.99 a year, dude. It's not bad.
No.
People would pay $9. Like, hey, like $9. Like,
and you forget about it.
Yeah.
And you make sure you could always access your will if you need to go back and add some things, yeah?
Edit, like, you should edit once a year or something happens. Like
you get new assets, yeah? The value of your house goes up. I don't know. It's like different things. Yeah. You have a new kid or something like that?
Right.
Yeah. Jewelry. Anything that you could give away is just like as assets. I mean, your golf clubs, whatever you cherish. I don't know. You want to leave something to your dog, to your gardener? I don't know. You could do it. Yeah. You could add it in there.
What's going on around the world, dude? Did you... have you heard about this?
Dude, the world has been going off, man. I don't know what's going on.
The Fed?
Apparently, Trump is trying to get rid of the Fed chair, Jerome Powell, and he's trying to put in a guy named... Well, he's nominated a guy named
Secretary?
Stefan Moran. But like, I'm not sure if Trump knows, like, the... Well, obviously he knows, but the Fed is its own thing, The Fed is not tied to the government, It's like it's just merely a suggestion. Like it's just merely a suggestion.
This is a very bully situation, dude. He wants him to lower the interest rate, and he didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Jerome Powell said, "Hey, I don't think we should lower the interest rate." But also, it's like, hey, like, I think there's a reason why that part of the government is autonomous to the other parts of the government.
Correct.
Because it does something that can have a very, very like.
Politically, it could be like
not even politically.
Just over the taxes.
They control. They understand. I think people that are in charge of the Fed need to be in charge of the Fed. I think that's how it should be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's just like you need to put really smart individuals, not a yes person.
Well, I mean, they have arguments within. I mean, it's compromised of different districts all throughout the United States, right? So it's like the West Coast, the East Coast.
There's 12. So there's
yeah.
12 banks, and then
But they argue they have different ideas and they have different like. I mean, they kind of get to the
no,
same.
the Fed has one goal. The Fed has two goals, right? The Fed has to keep unemployment low,
Yeah.
and to keep inflation low.
Sure.
Right? The Fed only has two goals. That is the only two goals that the Fed cares about.
But getting to those goals,
The Fed,
could differ.
the Fed does not care about like the stock market or any of that stuff, right? And there's only two things that they can do to control the market, right? That they can do through interest rate, controlling the interest rate, and which is basically done through like a couple of different tools. One of them is like increasing the reserve rate for the banks, and the other one is increasing the 30 to 10-year yield or 30-year yield. One of the rates you can change, and they have control over those. The bond market. That's the only two, and then
they don't have control over the mint to like.
Those are the monetary policies they can do, and then the second thing they can do is called a fiscal policy, which is like printing the supply of money, right? So they can print more money to basically increase the supply of money. I think the president should not have authority to dictate how the Fed runs, because that is an influence. It influences a lot of other factors, not just like the U.S. markets, right? Because a lot of countries hold reserves, currency reserves for the United States, right? You can't just lower interest rate. Like there's a vast issue that will happen. What happens if you lower interest rate? Cool, people are going to refinance their house, but inflation is going to go out of control because things are cheaper.
More people are going to be spending money. Yeah.
Right. So like you got to think about like, just because, like again, there's two ways the government robs people: through taxes and through inflation.
So would your argument be for central banking, so to speak? Because like I mean, central banking. I mean, you could go into a deep rabbit hole there, conspiracies, the Rothschilds, and everything like that, and how the Rothschilds kind of spread their family throughout Europe to create the central banks of those given countries and spread those ideas into the UK, into the United States, and everything like that. So it is compromise of kind of a bit of a
what is the
nepotism?
What is the other
system.
solution? If there's no central bank, then what do you do?
Well,
but you have to have again. We should go down the rabbit hole of like, you probably should have a decentralized system of like checks through Bitcoin and stuff. Like we're far away from that still.
The argument, I guess, in decentralization is that, but not every country is managed by a central bank. For example, like some countries don't have a Federal Reserve. We call it it's a central bank. You know what I mean?
Right.
Some countries don't have it. Given
what countries don't have a central bank? They probably run off other currency. That's probably why they don't have a central bank.
I mean, ultimately they have to, yeah.
Like that. So there's a reason. Like certain what country runs on their own, like Panama. So
Andorra, Kiribati, Marshall Islands, Micronesia, Monaco.
Yeah, but they run on the euro. That's
Paulo,
why
Panama, Tuvalu.
Okay, yeah. See,
but they all run on different currencies.
Yeah. So that's the only solution. You have to have a central bank. But again, the problem.
It's funny though how they even mention the Rothschilds in this thing of like the Rothschilds banking empire, the predecessors, but not secret controllers of central banks.
I mean, why are people like tripping out? Like I think like the problem is like you need someone to fund all this shit. Like it said, like the other day I read, like the world is in like $400 trillion in debt or something, right? I was like, dude, who do you owe this money to? So you need to be able to take the loan out against someone, and it's a combined loan they've taken out against all of the collective federal.
Well, it's kind of like the idea of like you pay somebody back $10, and you could fill $1 million in debt because John pays Paul $10, Paul pays Tom $10, Tom.
And a perpetual cycle of paying $10 back
and all of it adds up to and it somehow eventually ends up back to Paul. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So again, it's complicated, but I don't think the president or any government, body should have authority over like.
That kind of control and everything like that. Yeah.
It should be left to people that are really smart and understand like policies and like
the repercussions. Really.
What's going to happen if I just like
there's real life consequences.
You can't just lower the interest rate.
Yeah,
dude. That's how that works.
It can't just be because you want a vote. You know what I mean? Or like to kind of be pull on heartstrings, I guess. Yeah, but what else is going on? I mean, so two other things just to kind of go through it because I know we're running out of time right now. But Trump has also pushed hard for the Intel CEO to resign. He argues because of his past and connections with China, though simultaneously Intel also hasn't been doing very well.
Bro, is it the same guy that said like we have already lost because our chips aren't strong?
Correct. Well, I mean, he said that this week. But yeah, the board of directors weren't also happy. Yeah, so it's like it's compounding, and I think they'll probably let him go. But
what are they gonna do, dude?
Well, I mean, ultimately, what a letdown. I mean, Intel was positioned kind of to be the best.
Dinosaur, dude.
Well, they had
dinosaur.
But they had the connections, right? They had all the money, they had everything, and then
they should have bought AMD.
They didn't know how to crack. Imagine that if they would have bought AMD
there was a path for you guys to fucking do all this, right? You probably bought Nvidia.
Well, they just didn't like look for innovation towards the future, I guess. Yeah, they kind of maybe got too fat and full of saying, "Hey, I'm making a lot of money." You know?
I think AMD is in a prime position to hit $1 trillion in market cap in the next like couple of years.
Aren't they already $1 trillion?
No, they're like 200 billion maybe, maybe 100 billion.
I thought they're already there.
So they're huge potential because Nvidia can't supply all the chips. I feel like that's the problem.
Well, someone's going to have to come in and get it, and maybe Intel. I think Intel is still well positioned to be able. They're already in the industry, right? So it's like the cost of entry is already. They've already supplied that. They've already created the entry, right? So it's like who can, but it requires a very big pivot and someone who could sell the hell out of it, and beat out AMD, but. And maybe if Taiwan Semiconductors also kind of something happens to them, I don't know, but
Taiwan gets taken over by the Chinese. That's what's gonna happen, dude. Like that is so critical. Like I feel like that's the whole like.
That's why we're pushing hard for it to be in the U.S. Obviously, it's like, imagine if we don't have any chips anymore or semiconductors.
Or OpenAI launched an open source model. Today or yesterday.
ChatGPT 5 or
no. They launched an open source model.
So you could teach your own LLM kind of thing?
Mm-hmm. Because they needed to. Because they were losing. Because people were building on DeepSeek.
Yeah.
And you need to make it happen because you need to win the adoption game.
Sure.
Right? You need to have other countries using your AI more than other competitors.
They're selling it to the U.S. government right now, apparently, according to an article, for like $1. They just want the government contract. So they're essentially getting it for free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
the U.S. government is the biggest business buyer in the world. No one spends more money than the U.S. government. So every big business out there, that's their biggest goal as a customer is not Google, not Microsoft. It's the DoD.
Think about the data, though, that you also are gathering from there. And you work with Palantir, you work with Anduril, you think of all these things, and it's like, wow. I feel like there's a different negotiation.
They probably do, like right, Anduril or all these companies, they're probably running their own, like, models, so, right? They have to be running their own, like...
For sure. I mean, yeah.
But how do they know their model is good as, like... OpenAI probably has, like, they probably have a secret model that, like, they're not letting the public use, right? They have to have like the
a Pegasus.
Hey,
type of model.
we got this like Mr. Trump this can see anything.
Well, I mean, maybe like a model that could essentially tap into Pegasus. And
there's no way this is the model they got for the fucking government. Like stop, dude.
They're using the same thing that we're using right now to build our apps and everything like that. No, I doubt it. But hey, in any case. Last thing to just end on a happier note than world destruction and people doing that. But if you're a soccer fan, we have Son Heung-min from South Korea joining LAFC officially.
Tottenham, right?
From Tottenham.
Yeah.
If you watch him play, he was a heck of a good player, man. He maybe how would I say, he's underappreciated at times, but I think he's always played consistently well. I think so he's a good player.
Dude, Son was a great player.
So
His dude, fuck. Tottenham is a place where your career goes to die.
well, he kind of played there all his life.
Yeah, no, exactly. So Tottenham is a place where career. Like, think about it. Think about all the good players that have come out of Tottenham. Bale, Modric, Kane,
Yeah.
fucking Son. Like, fuck, there's probably other players. Like, I'm forgetting, but again, these are world class players, right? Like,
Correct. Yeah.
So
Tottenham produces excellent players, but Son always kind of stayed.
they
stayed
canned him, dude.
Yeah.
They canned him.
Well, LAFC now has him, so it's going to be exciting. We should go to a game. LAFC.
We should go to a
Let's
game.
go him. Carlos Vega. Carlos Vega's not playing anymore.
Let's make it happen.
Giroud.
We should go live from the game.
Dang. I'm not sure we could do that, but we could try.
No, not like just on my phone, dude. It's TikTok live. Yeah. Like the dog life.
The game right now, rock the game. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be fun. We should do that.
All right.
But in any case, well, episode 20. Next week, we may have a special guest.
Hey, gang.
Find out. Or maybe in 2 weeks.
On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
We'll see you next week, guys. Thank you. Love you. Good night.